Hello.
Hi everybody, it's 314 React here, and today we are playing some Abe's Oddysee. Now last week we played Munch's Oddysee, which was the 2001 game for the Xbox. This is the original 1997 game released for PS1 and for the PC. In fact, it was released on September the 18th, 1997, which means the day I'm recording this is literally the day after its 27th anniversary, which is a complete coincidence. I didn't realise that until just now. So this is an absolute classic, and I originally played it on the PS1. I originally played the demo many years ago, and the imaginative world captured me straight away, and I thought it was absolutely excellent. And we're going to play through the first level now, just for the nostalgia, because playing Munch's Oddysee last week made me remember just how damn good the first two games were. And we're going to try and get all of the secrets. Let's first check out the game speak.
Okay.
So of course we're using a PC, and this doesn't have controller capability, so we have to use the number keys.
Hello, follow me. Wait.
Of course they're bizarrely not in order. So it shouldn't be too bad actually. I think I've got the controls down. They're fairly intuitive using a keyboard. So let's dive in and check out the first cutscene, which is going to be wonderfully pixelated in its late 90s glory.
Follow me. This is Rupture Farms. They say it's the biggest meat processing plant on Oddworld. I used to work here. Well, I was really a slave, like all the others. That's me. My name is Abe. I was Employee of the Year. Now I'm dead meat. I crossed the meanest boss in the world, Mullock the Gluckin. My whole life changed in just one day. I was working late one night at Rupture Farms. We used to make meat munchies. Until the meaches were through. We still made pearmite pies. And we made some good scrap cakes too. I thought I had a good job, but that was before I knew. How we'd make new and tasty, I was still to find. The truth, it turned out. Now that would blow my mind. The Gluckins were scared, 'cause profits were grim. Hermites and scrabs had been turning up thin.
They're going down. What? What are you doing, huh? What?
But Mullock was cool.
Hey, bud.
He had a plan. This new kind of meat, it was us! I just had to escape. I just had to be free. And I didn't even know I had a destiny. So, get me out of here!
Alrighty, here we are on the first level. Now there is immediately a secret area down here. See how much I can remember straight from my brain. Because I'm going to try not to use a guide for this. I'm going to try and do it all from memory. Oh. Oh, no. Whoops. See, it's so much more brutal than Munch was. Munch was the game where Microsoft really wanted it to be much more friendly for wider audiences, so they toned down a lot of the darker side of it. Whereas this, and the second game, definitely has the more darker side of Oddworld. Ooh, there we go, okay. There are certain things that will process off screen, so you can manipulate things that aren't currently on screen, but only to a certain limit. And if you watch any speedruns of this game, you'll see that being manipulated. Oh boy. This game does not have any quick saving in, so any mistakes are rather costly. No! Oh, I forgot how tricky it is in getting the timings right. Come on, come on, come on!
Wait. Okay.
Here we go. Oh yeah. You can only work with one Madokan at a time in this one, so... Alright, secret area 1, done. Let's do a run to the right here. And there we go. It's the game where you get to this point, in a few minutes in, you're already being chased by a slig, exciting things are already happening, even if you don't go into the secret area. As opposed to Munch's Oddysee, where you're still collecting spoofs at this point. Alrighty, here we go. Now we are going to try and rescue all the Madokans. What's the fire button? There we go. It's the Z key. Excellent. There's quite a few secret areas around here. Now this bit's quite funny.
Okay.
Because the first time I came to this area in the game, in the demo, many years ago, of course the first thing you do is pull the lever that you see, and it makes the Madokan fall down that hole. And you don't expect it the first time you play the game, and it's absolutely hilarious. Now you can hear off screen there's a sleeping sligs, there's a secret area here, and there's a secret area here. Uh-oh. Whoops. Alright, let's try that again. Alright. Oh, nice. Oh, whoop. Oh, come on! I forgot the grenade count. Let's be a bit more strategic. There we go. Now when you possess a slig, the slig next to him will shoot him up. So you have to then take over the next slig. Drop down here. Reload the grenade. Reset the bird portal. Because every time you go off screen, things reset. Not everything will reset per screen, but a lot of things will. Right, we're going to need that grenade for the next secret area, which is back here. So we go... Oh. Yeah, the different directions you hold with the keys while you're holding the grenade change the direction in which you throw it. So it's slightly messed up there. So I think what I actually wanted to do was press the back key. Okay, need another grenade. So of course the goal of the game is to save as many Madokans as you can, and it's quite tough because when you die you can lose a lot of progress, and it makes the game quite tough. And unlike in Munch's Oddysee, You can't just immediately get Madokans back through a spooce machine that just regenerates them. So the stakes are much higher, especially at points like this where you've spent quite a while getting these Madokans down here safely, and you don't want to die on this thing, or have them die. Now you can try and time it so that you can chant open this bird portal, but if you get it wrong, they'll run into the meat grinder. God, it's a horrible, horrible feeling whenever you do that. Because Abe's Exodus, you could quick save, and it made things a lot easier.
Wait, okay.
Okie dokie, 7 free, doing well. And to get back up here, you need to do a running jump. Whoops. Without getting killed, of course. Now, there's the final secret area in this area, which is here. Oh, God. No, that's not it. It's from here. There we go. It's all about those grenade angles. That's the thing with the gameplay, the timing and getting everything right. All has to be accurately done. Alright, I can't quite remember this bit. So if I throw the grenade from here to the right, I think it will land on that mine, and I don't think it will blow us up. But I could be wrong. Oh, let's risk it. Let's do it. I think we're okay. I think we're okay. I think we're okay. Yes, we're okay. Whew. Now you have these spinning bird portals here that spin on the Y and the Z axes, and oh no, oh no! These can take you to different areas. When those anti-chanting orbs hit you and you've got a grenade, you drop the grenade you're holding. I forgot about that. So the start of this game is a little bit more closed off, but you can still see the really distant sort of areas where you can see to the depths of the factory and just how huge the environment is with the pre-rendered backgrounds. And that's the kind of scale we just didn't get with Munch's Oddysee. They tried to replicate it, as of course we saw in the video last week, but it didn't quite make it. They couldn't quite get it to match the scale, because of course it was the earlier days of 3D. But when you're doing pre-rendered, that's not so much of a limitation, which is why the scale and imagination of this game, or the first two games, is absolutely incredible. Another secret area coming up here. Now you want to make sure the Slig goes from that direction, not the other direction, because if he goes from the other direction, he will fall onto this platform and survive. Now usually you die from that height, but there are certain exceptions in the game where you don't die from certain heights. You have to be careful there to not alert the Slig and not have him shoot the Madokan. Same for this area. If the Slig sees your legs hanging down, he'll shoot you, or try and shoot you, and end up taking out the Madokan. I think this is the... That grenade exploded really quickly. I think I spent a bit too long holding it in my hands. Oh, that's risky. There's a slog hut there. Now, there's these things called slogs, and where the Slig is standing, that's a slog hut. They're like dogs, but for Oddworld. They're incredibly dangerous, and it looks like some should spawn from here, but they don't. So I don't know why there's a slog hut there. Now, in theory, if I... Yep, we're okay. Again, it's all about the rules about the explosion radiuses and stuff like that you need to learn. And when you get to know the lengths at which Abe can throw grenades, how long they take to explode, stuff like that, you can learn to get through these areas. And that's kind of part of the puzzle aspect and the gameplay aspect, that when you get to know how it works. The game will respond how you expect, for the most part. The later games just weren't as consistent, which could lead to frustrations with different lengths of jumping and unexpected things like that. Let's see if we can take this thing out. Yes! Let's see, now with that gone, we can now chant in peace, escape, and keep the grenade for later. Perfect. Now this area, when you first play it, and even now, is still quite distracting because the screen is shaking, you got all the noise, and you have to time it to avoid these huge rib cages falling down. So it's quite intense, and now here we come to a UXB, unexploded bomb, and you have to time it right to hit it when it's green to switch it off. 1, 2, 3, beep. 1, 2, 3, beep. Now there are some that have different timers on them, where they'll blink red 3 times, and then green, and then blink red another 3 times, then go green, and then blink like once red and then green. So it can be quite tough. And when you've got other noises like this disintegration ray electric wall thing, it can be very distracting. But when you get the timing right, although actually, nope, we're going to reactivate it. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a running jump here. We're going to go across here. Going to wake these sligs up. And here's what we're going to do. Because earlier we saw the sligs will shoot each other when they see they're possessed in this game. So if you possess one of them, they may shoot him and accidentally shoot the Madokan. But if you drop that one through here, you can take this one over. And then what you can do is full pelt run to the left and disintegrate him and blow him up. Very satisfying. Let's rescue him. Now, a little bit of a spoiler, but when you come back to Rupture Farms later, this area down here is a secret area and you can open it up and drop down there, but I don't believe it's a secret area now, so we're not going to drop down there. Okay, here we go. In fact, I think we can just take this guy over. Yeah, you have to be careful with sligs in the background because they can fire into the foreground, so let's take care of him.
Wait, okay.
Pull this lever to slow this grinder down. Now you can grind this slig up, or you can take him over. Alright, here we go. Of course, sligs can't roll or jump, so you have to be really good with your timing to get past that bit. There's a slog hut here. Alright, 7 is lookout. So what I want to do is... Oh god. Oh god, oh god. There we go. Whew. That took a bit of doing. Right. Whew. Pull that lever. Do not pull that lever. And there you go. Right, we're getting there, we're getting there. We're quite deep into the level now. Hidden Madokan in here. Because again, you have to learn to hear the audio cues to know that there is indeed a Madokan in that shadow area. Now, of course, you can see you can jump and run, but you can also sneak, and you can also hide in the shadows from sligs. Now, this area, you can sneak through here and get past this slig by timing the sneaking right through the shadows. We saw Abe hiding in a shadow earlier, but you can just take the other slig through and completely wipe that slig out. And what we do here is get these Madokans out of here. Now we rescue all these Madokans. What you can do is go through this door, and you go in this lift thing here, and this shows again some more of the scale of Rupture Farms. And the smooth transition from 2D to the FMV is awesome here. Absolutely blew my mind on the PS1 back in the day. Now there's these different things called Zulags, and this is Zulag 2. Now you can't go in here yet because this is for when you return to Rupture Farms later on in the game, but I just want to show this off now because it shows the sort of adventurous nature of the game. You leave this area and wonder what it was all about, then you actually come back and then you can actually go through here and you go further on in the game, and it's really cool when you come back here a long time later. And again, just seeing this FMV and now you see it in reverse, again shows the sheer scale of Rupture Farms, and I love it. It just fires your imagination up, and that's what Munch didn't do as much, because it didn't have that level of scale, and you don't pull that lever because it drops a huge rib down, which will kill the Madokan there. Now you can pull this lever, which swaps the timings of these meat grinders. Save these 3 Madokans. The weight of Abe, the way he runs, jumps, the consistency of it, the feeling that he's actually kind of a creature that's within sort of the realms of what a human can do, really added to the weight of the game and the controls, everything like that. And again, that's what Munch lacked. He just felt way too lightweight. Again, this is an area you return to later in the beta, which was used as the demo, I think in one of the PS1 demos. There's a big thing up there that says coming 1997 or something like that. And then you go through here. Oop. Now that was quite funny. Now sometimes things will completely reset on another screen, as mentioned earlier, and sometimes they won't. So there are some instances where a slig will follow you to the next area, but this isn't one of them. Okay, so I have a grenade, that's good. Now in the demo, he would actually walk into this next screen, but here he doesn't. There's a certain simulation of what happens off screen on the next screen. So if we wait for the slig to walk further away, which is when the sound obviously gets quieter. Now, of course, we've already found a grenade dispenser. Hey, we got him. We got him. We got him off screen. Brilliant. Yeah, we've already found a grenade dispenser at this point, but you weren't meant to until this part. So that's why there's little instructions there like stand and crouch here, because it's anticipating that you haven't found the secrets yet. Of course we have. And again, you can see the scale of the background here with that beautiful late 90s pre-rendered look. Absolutely amazing. So you got Slig asleep here, and it says you escape and all 28 workers on this level die. And if we go back down here, you'll see there's a screen. Total employees 74, so that's all the Madokans to save in the entire game. Escapees 25. That means a total of 28 in this area. So there's still 3 left. Now there's a secret area along to the right here. So what you got to do is, if I remember my placement correctly, throw a grenade from here. Go down. And that Slig is dead. Now, what do you do from here? What do you do? Okay, my memory's gone a little bit. Oh, let's risk it. Yes. Oh, that was tense. Okay. Now this area is really fun. So you've got the alarm going off. You've got these trapdoors opening, meat saws, and it's all got to be timed pretty perfectly. And I've also got to commentate on this video while doing it all, so this is going to be good. Nope. Nope. Nope, we didn't do it. Alright, we're back here. Now every time I die, I have to go down, kill that Slig in the previous screen, then go back up, then throw the grenade, kill the sleeping Slig again. So every time I die, it's quite costly in time, which really makes you sweat. In the second game, and in Munch's Oddysee, there is quick saving. So it's not so much of an issue. It's still a tough game, even when you have quick saving. Without quick saving, it is, Oh, come on! Alright, attempt 3. This is it. Oh, come on! Just in between attempts here, you can see that throughout this entire first level, there's not really been any explicit tutorials. There's just these helpful scrolling lines in the background of text that show you how to do things, and you're generally learning on the fly. Again, as opposed to Munch's Oddysee, where not only are you collecting spoofs, you're also getting explicit tutorials that pause the game. So again, it's an example of how far ahead of its time this game was, even compared to its successor, which came out 4 years later. Alright, it's been a great many attempts at this, and I think I'm going to try a different strategy. There we go, much. Rolling is not the way for that area. Damn it! Okay. Okay, we did it. We did it. Oh my god, we did it. That took about 20 attempts. My god. And the last 3 Madokans. And then you go over here, you drop down here. And this is why it's so important to kill the Slig, because you have to drop down here and he would shoot you. 28 escapees, and then here's why that lever's here. Grab it on the grenade. Oh, thank God. Alright, now what you do is you go to this spot now, and then do a crouched throw. There are other ways you can do it, but this does the trick. Down here. Climb down here. Now usually you'll wake the Slig up when you land here, but because there's no Slig, you can just peacefully roll through and cutscene. And now we are in the Stockyards. Now this is where you've escaped Rupture Farms and you're on the outer perimeter. Again, this is starting to show where the imagination is, the scale. You've seen the sheer scale of this factory in the cutscene, and now you've seen the inside of it, and you're coming out the outside. You can just try and imagine where you are in relative terms as part of that cutscene. You can kind of see in the background the orangey area, sort of at an angle to where we were when we were inside the factory. Let's go to this next screen. Have to chance straight away to save this Madokan from this scrab, which is a very, very dangerous animal. And the different creatures all have different rules how they behave, and you've got the motion detectors here, and a bomb will come along and blow you up if you get caught in them. You can definitely see the outer factory here. It's absolutely incredible. This is where you never got this sort of tension in Munch's Oddysee. Because by this point in Munch's Oddysee, you're throwing Mudokons over a tiny little foot-high wall. Whereas now you're in this tense area and the music's telling you exactly what's happening. You're escaping. It's very, very dangerous and intense. Now I've just realised that the orangey area inside the factory here is kind of the same colour as the sky. So when you're indoors in that area, is that in fact not entirely walled off? And what you're actually seeing while inside is in fact the sun setting. Interesting. And as you go from screen to screen, the sun sets further and there's more secrets. For instance, this door here, which leads to a really nasty secret if my memory serves me correctly. But because you go from screen to screen and you're meant to be going left and continue going left, the sun will set but also rise as you go back again. And there's a bird portal here, so let's check out the secret area. Let's see how horrible it is and then we'll end the video. So this is where we actually see the rules of the animals in Oddworld. We go to the next screen and there will be a scrab. Now when they see you, they will run after you. Oh no! And then kill you. So you have to know these rules, know how the creatures work, to know how to get past these environments. And in Munch's Oddysee, when you encounter scrabs and paramites, all they do is chase you. But when a scrab encounters another scrab, they will fight to the death because they're very territorial. Now this is a remarkably intense... Oh, come on! As I was saying, this is a remarkably intense part of the game, and you have to know exactly how the rules of the game work to get past it. You have to know how the scrab works, the timings of the jumps, which is what I got wrong last time, and wrong again. Brilliant. See, what I'm getting wrong is I'm getting the point at which I'm pressing the button wrong. Here we go. Right. I need to press jump round about here, but not too early. Oh, come on. See, because the way the game works and the consistency of the game mechanics just takes trial and error. You know what to do because of the game mechanics. And because 99% of the time it's your fault when you die, it makes you want to keep coming back and trying again. Oh, yes. Here we go.
Wait. Okay.
Which means it's a very exciting game. And when you nail it, it feels great. As opposed to Munch's Oddysee, where the game mechanics were quite frustrating and not exactly consistent or rewarding. Oh my god. Oh my god. And then your hands start to really sweat at points like this because you've just made all this progress and one death and it's all undone and you have to go back and do it all again. Oh boy. So. Come on, come on, come on. No. Oh boy. Okay, we mistimed that a little bit. Let's go. Oh my god. Oh. So intense. God, my heart rate's going now. So of course, it's a meat processing plant, so these animals are here to be turned into food, but you do encounter them in a more natural area later on. Ooh. It's all about getting that timing right. And then you have the layering. So you've got a scrab down here, and this motion detector here, where you've got to time it just right. And now we start to head into the free fire zone. Now this is where the music is amazing. And I'm trying to remember what secret areas are around here. Don't think there's one down here. Oh, almost walked into a mine. Fantastic. So this is where the game gets really tense. It's so well designed that it's really addictive and you want to keep playing. But I do need to end this video. Oh, look at that timing. Oh no. Oh no. I've screwed up. I've screwed up. Yep. Because that Slig was going to walk in from the other side, so I panicked. But yeah, that is Abe's Oddysee, the first level, just escaping Rupture Farms through the Stockyards and into the free fire zone. Amazing game, so much fun, the mechanics are really solid, the game looks fantastic, it fires the imagination up, it has a scale to it that Munch's Oddysee just didn't have. Now, I think the newest game, Soulstorm, does have that level of scale again, and of course New and Tasty did as a remake, but it just doesn't have that same art style, and while Munch was a little bit too light on the comedy, I think Soulstorm went a bit too dark, and the first two games here are right in that perfect place of not too morbid but not too light, and a really good anti-corporate message there as well. So please do leave a comment, leave a like, let me know what you think. Have you played this game before? If you want to pick it up, it's on Steam and it's perfectly playable. I didn't have to make any adjustments to the game whatsoever. I just fired it up from Steam and I was straight in. There's no graphical options to change, but it should run on pretty much any PC because it's so old, and it's a fantastic game that still holds up today and has great nostalgia for me. It really brings me back to sitting there in front of an old CRT with a PS1 and just getting incredibly frustrated. So thanks for watching, stick around, there's always new videos on tech and video games, so drop a subscribe, hit the little bell, really helps, and I will see you in the next video.